Hey guys, what's up? This is Coach Aaron Anderson with Alpha Fitness Coaching and another fitness video. Today, we are going to be talking about body types and which body type you might be. Because when you find out that information, then you will know what breakdowns of proteins, carbs, and fats you should be consuming for you to see the results that you want to see. Now, that being said, if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. And of course, if you like this video, please hit the like button below as it helps with the algorithm in terms of the YouTubes and people seeing my videos. So I can help more people see results, lose weight, live better lives, feel better, all those good things. Now, as you can see on my screen, I have 3 different individuals here. The middle guy looks real happy, and I'm going to tell you why that is. And as you can see, 2 guys on the outside. Now, we're going to talk about the 3 different body types because that plays a significant role in what breakdowns of proteins, carbs, and fats you should be consuming in terms of your eating. And with our coaching clients, these are something that we take into serious consideration when we're designing a nutrition program because it has everything to do with sensitivity of insulin and all those good things. But we'll dive into that here in a little bit. Now, that being said, on this side, the left-hand side, this gentleman is an ectomorph body type, which means, as you can see, he's tall, lanky, doesn't have a lot of muscle mass on him. These individuals, can't talk, these individuals have a very hard time gaining body fat, gaining muscle, gaining any weight whatsoever. Ectomorph body type. On the right side here, this person is an endomorph body type. This person has a very hard time losing body fat, hard time losing weight, can gain muscle very, very easily, and that is the body type that I have. I am an endomorph body type. We'll talk about what that means here in a second. And then finally, in the middle here, we have our mesomorph body type, somebody that can gain and lose as they please. They usually look good, depending on, it doesn't really matter if they're doing great in the gym. Obviously, they'll look better if they work out and eat right, but they really don't have a hard time losing body fat or gaining muscle mass. These people are jerks, but not really, but they have a much easier time. So, that being said, which type are you? Which type do you think you are? Are you somebody that has a very hard time gaining muscle mass, gaining weight? Are you somebody that has a really hard time losing weight, losing body fat, but a really easy time gaining muscle? Or are you somewhere in between, or maybe you just need to lose a few 10 extra pounds and you look pretty good. You'll feel pretty good about yourself. So, the biggest thing is when you determine these individuals, okay, especially when we design certain workout programs, we go through what is called a food profile for somebody. We want to find out what types of foods each individual craves. Now, I'm not saying here on this screen specifically these types, but through this food profile, we can pretty closely determine what type of body they have based on their answers. Whether they crave salty foods or sweet foods, whether they crave certain things at certain times of the day, how food sits in their stomach, how their energy levels are, things like that. Those questions allow us to determine what type of body they may have, along with, of course, looking at their current body weight, looking at their current physique makeup, those different types of things. So, that being said, endomorph body type right here, this individual has a very, very high sensitivity to insulin. When you have a high sensitivity to insulin, or there's insulin present in the bloodstream, it puts fat burning on the back burner. Okay? So an endomorph body type has a higher sensitivity to insulin, meaning when there's insulin present in the bloodstream of an endomorph, I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. When there's insulin present in the bloodstream of an endomorph, fat burning gets put on the back burner even more so. On the opposite end, a ectomorph has a very low sensitivity to insulin, meaning when they have insulin present in their bloodstream, carbohydrates and things like that still don't affect them. They really don't have a high sensitivity to that, so they're still losing body fat, still losing weight, even though there is insulin present in the bloodstream. And then mesomorph is right in between, like we talked about. So somebody that is looking to lose body weight and body fat if they have an endomorph body type. And because glycogen is sugar, and whenever we eat carbohydrates, it turns into sugar eventually, and it can store as body fat if not used in a certain period of time. But of course, if it does store as glycogen, that will give us our quick energy. But what I'm talking about is carbohydrates specifically. We need to have a lower carbohydrate diet as an endomorph because carbs are what typically releases insulin from the pancreas, with the exception of some low glycemic index carbohydrates such as oats and some like berries, grapefruit. Some of those things give you a very low insulin spike because glycemic index, higher or lower glycemic index carbohydrates, such as like brown rice, sweet potatoes, oats, like we just mentioned, they digest a lot slower in the system. Therefore, they convert to sugar a lot slower. Therefore, insulin is released slower from our pancreas, allowing us to still continue to burn body fat. So if we are an endomorph body type, two things I recommend is having only 30% of our diet be carbohydrates, the other 30% as fats, and then the final 40% are proteins. That is a great breakdown for somebody that is looking to lose body fat if they are an endomorph body type. And of course, like I said, as before, if you are not in a caloric deficit, it doesn't matter what your breakdowns are of proteins, carbs, and fats, you're still going to gain weight because you're consuming more calories than what you're burning. There we go. So that's endomorph. On the flip side, ectomorph. Ectomorph, because they have a low sensitivity to insulin, we need to have a much higher carbohydrate diet. Sometimes ectomorphs, I put them all the way up to a 60% carbohydrate diet, depending on what they do. If they're very active, I give them a ton of carbs because they need to keep those carbs up to keep bringing muscle into their body and their physique. And then finally, mesomorph is a much more balanced diet because, again, like I said, they have a neutral sensitivity to insulin. It's just normal for them. So that's it. Well, thanks for watching the video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and the subscribe button below. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I love to hear from you. Thanks. Talk to you soon. It's Coach Aaron Anderson. Peace.